Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Ironman. I feel so free now. Last video, we finally used up all the supplies that we got from raids. Now I can finally play the game. For the longest time now, since doing raids, I've had so much inventory and bag space taken up by all the loot that I got from raids. But I think in the end, really all it came down to is making these super combat potions. I feel like that was just really like the main way to wrap up with everything. So we got the super combats, and now here's what we have in Arno. I don't know if I've really talked about this much, but ever since I got the Kodai insignia from raids a few months ago. What? A butt plug? I kind of made it my goal to learn the mage method at Bandos, and that's going to be the goal of today, learning the mage method at Bandos. However, the Kodai insignia is not a weapon. We have to combine it with the master wand that we get from Mage Training Arena, and then we get the Kodai wand, which is arguably one of the most powerful weapons in the game. So we have to go to the Mage Training Arena today and unlock the Master Wand, which I've never done before in any account. I'll show you the collection log I have done for MTA. I have full infinity, which I'm pretty sure takes way longer than the Master Wand would take. But the thing about the Master Wand is that you can't just straight up buy it from MTA. You have to first start with the Beginner Wand, upgrade to Apprentice, upgrade again to Teacher, and then you could upgrade to the Master Wand. So it's pretty cool that not only are we getting a really good upgrade for the account, but we're also going to be getting 4 more collection log slots done. We do have a pretty empty inventory right now, but I'm still just going to go and get a looting bag just so I can put these extra items in there. I'm also going to be dropping over these super defense potions over to the main. That's going to be 5.3 mil worth of super defense potions, but by dropping those, we have now freed up an inventory spot for an item that's not particularly useful. I've got to say though, it's never a bad time for a farm run, brother. Alright, I need to go buy the runes now that we need for MTA, and I'll put up on screen how many points we need in total to get from beginner to master wand. And I was comparing this to infinity, and it looks like it's almost exactly 1/3 of the amount of points for each room of what you need for infinity. So you know what I did? I went back in my old video and I checked how many runes I used. So I'll just be dividing each of these by 3 to figure out how many runes that I'm going to need. And then also, if we go a bit forward here, or we could look at the cost, so 1/3 of the cost, and then also 1/3 of all these hours combined together. So I made it very easy on myself. Thank you very much, past me. We're going to start with the enchanting room first because that's the most AFK one if you want to do the slow method. So I'm using my own tip from my own video. I'm going to search the stash unit, and over here we have the lava battle staff, and this way we can use the onyx enchant spell, which will get us a lot of points. Oh baby, I miss this place so much. Feels so good kind of to be back. Alright, looks like we have pretty much no points, so we are going to be starting from scratch. Let's begin. This is why it's really AFK, by the way. You can just sit here and let the enchant do its thing by itself, or you can make it faster and manually click. I would probably set up the filters a bit different, but I'm just going to be AFKing. Aw, frick, dude. Tonight's the night where there's going to be 6 hours of maintenance. It's almost 11 p.m. right now, and it's going to be from midnight to 6 a.m. my time, so I guess I'll have a couple hours of uninterrupted editing, I suppose, before bed tonight. Alright, we have the 4.8k enchantment points. We can move on to the next room. I think we'll do the graveyard room now, the bones to bananas / bones to peaches one. You know, a lot of people have a least favorite room in MTA. I don't think I do. Except for the graveyard room before you have Bones to Peaches, it's pretty awful. But once you have Bones to Peaches unlocked, the room's really not that bad in my opinion. I mean, I know a lot of people in general just don't like MTA, but if you think MTA is bad now, turn off the RuneLite plugin for it, and then you can see how bad it really is. Goodbye OSRS, hello Runescape 4. Please wait a few minutes. Okay, I'll see you back in 6 hours. Or, well, actually no, I'll be asleep then, but yeah. Dude, what is even going on the Twitch page right now? I mean, obviously no one's playing RuneScape, but like they're all just like playing different games in the RuneScape category. It's funny. A little tip if you're doing this room is that after you grab all the bones that you need, instead of just casting Bones to Peaches and just standing here, you can instead click on the food chute, click on Bones to Peaches, and they'll deposit automatically into there. So it kind of saves you a click or a couple clicks every time that way. And there's 480 graveyard points. Let's move on to the next room. We'll do alchemy now. Oh, I just got a virtual magic level. It was 102. Yeah, see, 102 magic. Okay, deposit these coins, and we now have the 530 points that we need for the alchemy room. 1 more room to go, It's gonna be the telegraph room. If I recall correctly, I think that room takes the longest, but I think it's the most chill out of all of them. Alright, once this little guardian comes to the end here, that is gonna be over 480 points. We are now done. I think it's been like 10 hours now of doing Mage Training Arena, but we're finally done. We can go and buy the beginner wand and then upgrade it all the way up through master. Okay, rewards guardian. If we try to straight up buy the master wand, we'll get some kind of message, I guess. Yeah, I need the okay, so we'll start with the beginner wand, and then we'll upgrade that to the apprentice wand, upgrade once again to the teacher wand, and then upgrade one more time to the master wand. I've never equipped one of these before. Here we go. That's what it looks like. But it's gonna look even sicker with the freaking Kodai, so let's go grab that. Okay, Arno, I know you got my Kodai in here. Let's go grab that. And is there some kind of like animation or anything when we combine them together? Let's see, Master Wand, Kodai Insignia. You cannot revert this. Proceed. And there we go, the Kodai Wand. Okay, dude, let's go get the magic gear on. That's a cool chat message. It kind of reminds me of Harry Potter. Power shoots down the length of the wand, empowering it with the darkness of Xeric's Kodai wizards. Alright, of course, we gotta grab out the Ancestral, and then we'll grab out the cape as well. I'm gonna go with the Sarah cape because I like blue. Blue's my favorite color. And I guess it kind of goes along with the color scheme of the Ancestral. Oh, and then also Infinity Boots, because of the way UIM works now. You can store partial sets in the POH, so I don't have to actually keep the full set on me. You just put this back in there. Okay, we'll grab out the Colt necklace as well. Put that bad puppy on. Oh, dude, you would not think this is a UIM. If you see this guy walking up somewhere, you would not think this is a UIM. Dude, what the heck? My guy looks so freaking sick. The only other magic gear upgrade that I could realistically make that would arguably maybe be worth a spot would be for the Tormented Bracelet. But I don't know if that's actually worth a bag spot. I don't know if I'd want to grind out a Tormented Bracelet just to keep it for Bandos. I guess the only other place I'd use it would also be for Zora. I feel like Magic in general is pretty niche for the kinds of goals I have on the account, you know, relating to doing Boss Slayer. So Barrow's Gloves will be my glove slot of choice for now for Bandos. Alright, we can go ahead and take a look at the collection log now. 4 more spots done. Only thing we're missing from here is the Mage's Book, but not to flex too hard, but you know, Arcane Spirit Shield, by the way, which I don't think I ever planned to drop. It's even more points for the Mage's Book than it was to get the Master Wand from scratch, so going by the amount of time it took me for the wand, I think it would probably take me like 12 hours to get the Mage's Book, so I don't know if I'd want to commit that much time to just getting one log slot done for an item that wouldn't even benefit me anyways, and it's not storable. But yeah, either way, we got 4 more slots done in the log, and it looks so nice seeing all these back to back in the chat box. It's pretty late right now though, because I just spent pretty much the whole day doing MTA, so I'm gonna go chill for a while, do some woodcutting and fire making, and start watching guides on how to do the Mage Bandos method. And then tomorrow, we can begin Bandos. I want to make Bones to Peaches tabs because I think one tablet would be the equivalent of 32 hit points worth of healing per kill, which I'd say is very much worth it for one stackable inventory spot. But it looks like I don't have a study to build a lectern in, so I'm gonna have to go build one of those. Luckily, I do have a spot for a room available, so I can keep my house in a 4x4. It's gonna cost us 50k GP. Okay, I have to take out a loan from the bank for this one. We have to buy a gold leaf. Yeah, so I just went to the bank to take out a loan. They said, what? The cool thing about the Kodai is that it acts as unlimited water runes when you have it equipped, which means I kind of saved a bunch of money by not having to buy a water staff right here for when I'm casting Bones to Peaches making the tablets. Alright, here's what we're going to do to mine the soft clay. So I'm going to teleport to the POH, which is in Prif, and then from here, we can run to this dungeon over here, the Traherne mine, and you can actually straight up mine actual soft clay, so you don't have to use humidify, you don't have to use like jugs of water or buckets of water on regular clay. You just mine the soft clay if you have Prif unlocked, and the soft clay rocks are right over here, and there we go, we get soft clay. And we get crystal shards too apparently, which I'm not going to use. And then once we tele home, we can run straight over to the lectern here, and we can make the Bones to Peaches tablets, and I always love this animation. It always makes me wonder which JMod came up with this. Oh, before we gain too much more magic XP, by the way, I realized I forgot to show the magic XP that we gained just from doing MT, because I did reset the magic XP right before we started. So it looks like we gained about 375k magic XP from getting the Master Wand. But I'll reset it once again so this way we can see all the magic XP we end up getting from Bandos. We've got over 400 Bones of Peaches tablets now. I'm not sure how long we're going to end up staying at Bandos for, but if we do need to make more, we can always just make more. And then I have all this stuff in the top part of my inventory that we're going to be dropping to the main. Let me actually do a price check. Okay, it's going to end up being a little bit over 700k dropped over to the main. And I'm just finishing getting ready for Bandos now. There's like a lot of stuff I have to do to set up. Kind of forgot about this before, but I need the god items. I need a Zami item and a Bandos item. So I have to wear the Zami cape. I can't wear the Sarah cape. And then for my Bandos item, it's just going to be the Bandos Blessing. So I'm going to miss out on the one extra prayer bonus of the Radha's Blessing 4, but that's okay. I think the last thing I have to do now is just buy runes, both to charge up the trident and to fill up my rune pouch, which is kind of going to be very expensive, but luckily as a super mega rich UIM, I don't really have to worry about money too much. And luckily, I did keep all these blood runes that I got from raids, so I won't have to buy blood runes right now. I was kind of struggling to find worlds to buy death runes. I tried the Priff shop, I tried the Magic Guild, but then I came over here to Betty. Betty sells death runes, and the price of them doesn't go up like an insane amount like some shops do. It goes up by the same amount as the Magic Guild. There's a couple other shops I could buy from too, but this is just the first place I came to after trying those other shops, and I haven't had any issues so far here. Okay, I just spent over 3 million GP on runes. Here's all the runes that I got. Filled up the trident. That's kind of a lot of money, but at the same time, it's like, what else do I have to spend money on at this point in the account? You know, like this is literally what I've been saving money for. Here's what I'm starting out with my inventory and my gear setup. My inventory is definitely going to change a lot as time goes on, but this is more of just like a test run this first try. The Brimstone Ring has a passive effect where when you attack with a magic attack, which does include the powered staves, there's a 25% chance that the target's defensive roll will be reduced by 10% for that attack. However, the Ring of Suffering is untradeable, which means I can't put it in my bag because it's imbued and it's charged, and I don't want to remove either of those because I would have to delete all these recoil charges I have in there, which I really don't want to do. I do have plenty of space in the looting bag though. I got 5 spots open. So you can see I have the Bruise and Restores in my inventory. I'm going to try it without the Bruise and Restores. Hopefully I can make this work because I don't have a lot of restores at the moment. I don't feel like making more. But if it turns out I do need to use these, then I guess they'll stay in the inventory. I have no idea how fast we'll be going through charges on the Trident either, so I'll be keeping the Zora scales in my inventory for now. But yeah, these bonuses just in general, it just feels freaking insane for a UIM, dude. I'm really excited to try this method out. My main goal here is really just to learn the Mage Bandos method, but of course it's still important to know what the drop table looks like. So here's the unique drops we can get from Bandos. All I've got so far is the hilt, but really anything else would be nice. My order of preference for items is first Tassets because that would just replace my Varric skirt. Next would be the Bandos boots because I need those for a master stash. And then the chest plate because although it has better defense than the torso, it's the same strength bonus and it's not storable. So in a way, I'd almost prefer not to get it just so I don't feel obligated to commit that back spot to it. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. And then from the shards, all I need is a Godsword Shard 3 for my hopefully future Zami Godsword for the stash unit. And then all the other shards beyond that would just be Alks. I should have shown the collection log before I came here, but I guess I could show it after this trip. The KC that we have for Bandos at the moment is 88, which we got about a year and a half ago. Dude, it was so bad. I was doing melee. I don't know if people really knew about the range method even then, much less the mage method. Maybe they did, but I didn't know about it or really care about it. But now there's Ironman instances, which also weren't a thing the last time I did Bandos. Previously, I was getting about 2.5 kills per hour on average, if you include the time I spent waiting in line on like the 2K total worlds, because that was just how it was. You had to wait in line. There'd be like 2 or 3 people outside the room. The 2K worlds were pretty much like the unofficial Ironman worlds for Bandos, but now we don't have to worry about that because there's Ironman instances and there's this brazier outside to let you know if there's Ironman in there. In fact, they recently just did an update. If there's an Ironman in the instance, then it just won't even let you in. So yeah, point being, it was really bad getting 2.5 kills per hour back then. So you can imagine how excited I was when I got the hilt so early because that's exactly what I went there for. And we got it at like 80 something KC. I did a few kills after just for the stream, but I'm very glad I don't have to worry about that anymore. And hopefully the mage method goes very smooth. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot more than 2.5 kills per hour. Okay, I need to like calm down and relax and stop psyching myself out. By the way, God Wars is really safe now, especially for UIM, because when you die, your items now appear outside of the room. This does include for instances too, by the way. So worst case scenario, if I die like that guy, I just have to spend like maybe 30 minutes or something running back and forth grabbing my stuff from here. Probably should have brought some god items. I could just always grab like one of the god books and one of the god capes really easily if I need to get some god items. Oh, this is nice. I can get them all like stacked up and then just blood barrage them and heal way up. Okay, I have to tell you out. Alright, we got 3 kills, but I was really learning the method, we'll say that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I actually won't need the brews and restores, so I can go ahead and put those in the looting bag. Still not sure about the staminas, though. I might end up needing to use stamina. But it seems like just from using the bones of peaches and then using the blood spells during the kill, I don't think the brews are going to be necessary for me. First kill back here, I only used 1 food, but now I have all these bones in the ground, so now I have to start doing some juggling. Because peaches are untradeable, that means they stay on the ground for 3 minutes instead of 2 minutes before they disappear. Okay, that is enough for that trip. I think that was 5 kills? Yeah, 5 kill trip that time. A little bit better. It should have been a 3 kill trip. I just kind of got lucky with the blood spells and some of the food drops I got. And that is 100 KC at Bandos. Holy frick, dude, I am drowning in the food now. I see why like prayer pots are the main limiting factor at Bandos, at least for this method. I'm definitely getting more comfortable doing this method. Prayer did end up being the bottleneck. I didn't run out of food. I have plenty of food for the most part. If I had more prayer, I probably could have done at least a couple more kills. But that was a 10 kill trip, dude. I'm really proud of myself for that. This trip was really a huge improvement. You know, it's probably for the best that I don't use brews anyways, because that would kind of negate the effect of the imbued heart, since the brews lower your magic level. No, dude, no. Oh, it's so annoying. It's like right at the start of the trip too. I got so confident, man. At least it's really relaxed to get the looting bag back, and I don't have to waste LMS points because I don't have any of my items on me, so I have nothing to lose. And just like that, I have my Zammy item and my Bandos item, so I don't have to worry about getting attacked once I go back there. Oh, look at that bright, beautiful, shiny stack of items on the ground. Alright, everything is back safe in the looting bag now. I tried to speedrun it as much as possible. It took me about 15 to 20 minutes or so, which isn't too bad. So for the most part, it is pretty safe to die. Really, the only way I would wipe in this situation is if my computer died, my internet died, or the servers went offline for some reason. Actually, even if my computer died or internet died, they're still mobile too. It'd be a little bit more annoying on mobile and a little bit kind of scarier going in the wildy on mobile, but you'd still make it work. Jagex servers, don't fail me now. I mean, don't fail me next time I die, because I'm probably going to die again at some point. Oh, dude, I just got back here and I got like half my KC, and I realized I am on the wrong spellbook. You ever just sometimes want to log off for the day, or the week even? I had to tell you out. Yeah, like, it's really not worth risking it for a UIM, because while you're not risking as much as a hardcore status, you're risking an extra like 20 to 30 minutes overall of time that you have to spend. So it's not worth taking risks like that just to get 1 extra kill. Bro, rune sword, that could have been the pet. Whoa, okay, I would have died right there if I didn't teleport out. That was 11 kills. I could have gotten that to 13 kills, dude. Like, I had enough prayer for it, but either way, it's still a new PB for me, 11 kills. Oh, dude, another PB. We just went from 124 KC to 139 KC. That's a 15 freaking kill trip, dude. Once again, prayer is what I'm pretty much out of this time. The thing is, though, right, like, if I bring more prayer pots at the start of the trip, that means I have less food, and it's, like, kind of annoying having not so much food at the start, because you kind of get more food as you go from like the bones of peaches and the minion drops. So I've been starting with 7 prayer pots per trip, and that seems to be the sweet spot. Bandos has rewarded us with a hard clue casket. Any blessed hide? No. I want to show a full kill doing this method, and remember, at this point, I've only been doing it for a few hours, so please don't backseat too hard. This is like near the start of learning. I'm pretty sure you actually want to start by praying range, and then only switch to melee if you splash the freeze on Bandos. But you know, while I'm learning, I'm trying to get punched in the face by Graardor as little as possible. When you catch the second beginning freeze on Bandos, like in this situation, you may notice the way I moved right here, right before the minions attacked, and that's to off-tick them. Usually they do get off-ticked anyways, probably more than half the time, but you can force them off-tick in this situation. You can see the general idea for this method is basically freezing Graardor and then freezing the melee minion and then DPSing Graardor down from there. Overall, this was a kind of lucky kill because I swear there's so many times where I miss like 10 freezes in a row, and then when I finally freeze him, I miss every single trident hit. Of course, in the longer term, there is an average DPS, and it will always balance out in the end, and this ended up being probably a slightly smoother than average kill. I caught almost every freeze, the minions were off-ticked. There's really not much more you could ask for. Earlier I mentioned I didn't want to make super restores yet, and that's because Bandos drops noted snapdragons and snapdragon seeds. So I figured that's a good reason to go to Bandos straight away. Plus the fact that ever since I got the Kodai and finished Ancestral, I really been wanting to try this method out, and you know what? So far, I'm glad I did. There is also a range method that gets you a lot of KC per trip as well, but I really want to do the mage method because first off, mage is super cool and a massive flex with my gear, and second is that it takes a long time to make Diamond Boltsy. There's like a whole process which I've shown in previous videos, and it involves killing Aviancies, then buying Chaos Runes to exchange for Tackle, and hopping worlds buying 2 diamonds at a time. Like, it's a pretty long process, versus the only upkeep for mage is just buying the runes. And at this point in the account, I can easily just throw money to solve all my problems. Plus, with potential buffs to the ACB and the buckler possibly happening, it might be better to wait even if I wanted to do that method. By the way, I just quickly wanted to show you an example of me freezing Bandos, and watch how much the trident misses, dude. There's 1 miss, and there's 2 misses, and a 3rd miss. Dude, it gets so ridiculous sometimes. There's 4 misses, and a 5th miss, of course, and a 6th miss. Oh, and look at that, Bandos is unfrozen. I swear this happens so many freaking times, dude. No, dude, I keep being like so close to a kill and then I have to teleport out because it's just not worth the time. I was thinking though, I only had to use 1 dose of stamina this entire time, which was actually near the start when I was like still trying to learn the method. So I think I could actually get 2 more inventory spots if I just put the stamina in the looting bag, because then I won't have the node staminas and I won't have the 1 stamina in my inventory. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to start bringing 8 prayer pots per trip instead. If I do start struggling with stamina later on, I could always just bring the Explorer's Ring and have those daily run restores, and that would only take up 1 spot instead of the 2 spots that the staminas are taking up. Oh, dude, I just teleport. No, dude. I swear I clicked the teleport. It must have been the same tick that I died. Maybe I should bring less prayer pot because I was struggling with food. Then again, I was also splashing a lot too, but I think I'll stick with the 7 prayer pots. Oh, it's so annoying, dude. It just makes me want to log off, but I can't log off because the death pile timer is going. Thanks, game. I would love to take a break from my screen, but unfortunately, I cannot without losing all my items. Funny story about this clue scroll here. On my second trip back, I didn't have my Dragon Warhammer, so I kind of had to kill a bunch of goblins. I kind of went a little bit dry to get the hammer so I can get back in. But you know what? We got a clue out of it, and it's all gonna be worth it. Oh, wait, what? Wait. Hey, dude, yes, okay. We just got 2 new uniques. That was definitely very much worth it. I was gonna say, I've been starting to turn into a mess, but you know what? This kind of makes up for it. We can put that in there and put that in there. Oh, that's so freaking sick, dude. After 533 easies, getting 2 uniques from 1's actually like pretty insane, dude. But yeah, the more the day goes on and the later it gets and the more I die, the more I want to take a break from Bandos. I need to make dinner, I'm gonna edit and stuff, and I'm also gonna stock up on runes. So I'll see you back and let you know how much GP I spent on runes, because we've gone through quite a bit. We have 2k death runes in the rune pouch, we've gone through over 1100 charges on the trident, and that's what we used for 59 Graardors. You know, I think the worst part about doing the mage Bandos method is the blood runes and upkeeping the blood runes. It might be more of a UIM thing, because throughout all this time I've been doing Slayer and all the blood rune crafting I did, I would have had a very big stack of blood runes and I wouldn't have to worry about buying them as I go. But I kind of didn't really have a choice at the time to keep all the blood runes I'd been making. I guess I could have made bag space at some point on the account, but there's other important upgrades I'd rather have. Point being though is that I just spent another 4.2 million GP, but you know, as I said before, this is really like the main thing I have to spend money on the account, right? But yeah, I need to chill, dude. I need to like do some wood cutting or something. I might just wrap up the video tomorrow or something, because I just want to like learn the method this video, and then next video can be like really grinding out Bandos. This video will have just been more of like an introduction, I guess. Alright, I spent the whole night wood cutting and I was able to get a couple of clue nests. We got 2 medium clues done, so before we wrap up, let's see what we get. That's actually a really important item, but we have it already, although I don't think we have it in the POH. And then 1 more medium. Okay. There's a stash unit that requires the Bandos Godsword, the Bandos Plate Body, and the Bandos Cloak. So if I want to take out the BGS but not have to hold on to the Bandos Plate Body and the Cloak, I would need the full set of the Bandos Vestment and the full set of the Bandos Rune, minus the Bandos Cloak and minus the Bandos Plate Body. So even though I don't have this in here, I mean, I have it in here now, ideally I would want every piece except for that one. So I mean, it'll sit in there for now, but one day it'd be really cool to finish this set. except I would just drop the cloak then. Very sorry to any Ironmen that need that item, because I know it's kind of an important one. But we are going to wrap up here. There's a nice little introduction for Bandos, and as I said, next video we'll really start grinding it out. But I'm very glad to have gotten the basics down, and I'm really excited to get even more into the method and maybe even see some drops. But with that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again next time.